before?
Sorry, I
And sorry, could you please
didn't get wind of this.
like what's happening on international tournament?
Yeah, the new Swiss format in Masters, is it better than before?
I don't have
那在
anything
这
open.
一次
Oh, you're
准备
looking
马
at
德
all
里
of
亚
the
预赛
stuff.
的时候，
My
你觉
other
得自己
YouTube
的
channel.
准备跟之前相比有更进一步更好吗？
就是团队运作的，就是训练的时候运作的更系统化了吧，然后大家也有更明确的目标，知道我们自己想为什么而练，然后想练什么，然后再为比赛做最充足的准备吧。
I feel like we play more with our synergy and cooperation. We all have the same goal, and we all know why we are here, why we are playing, what should we practice for this tournament. That's all.
Thank you and best of luck.
Thank you. Next question from Mohammed VLRGG.
Hello. The question is, with the reappearance of EDG and FPX on international appearance, how have the VCT China League propelled EDG into performing a lot better, especially during kickoffs? And do you think that Chinese teams other than EDG and FPX in future events can perform
That's not Iris or Wendy. I don't
or
know.
match the performance on the current international teams that is attending? Thank
Sorry,
you.
1 sec.
那这一
This.
次在世界赛当中也是在跟 PRS 再次相遇，PRX 再次相遇嘛。那但是其实，在现在的CN 赛区里面，我们也可以看到越来越多的队伍也是出来了之后，我们也发现 EDG 也在不断的进步。那你觉得在以后的国际赛事上，有没有可能说，会有更多我们 CN 赛区的队伍，像我们跟 PRX 一样，在世界赛的舞台上有机会像共舞一样的？
我觉得是很有可能的吧，因为我觉得现在的 VCT 这个大家庭是处于一个百花齐放的一个阶段吧，就很多队伍都有很厉害的新鲜血，然后，但是不得不说，EDG 永远都是最强的那个，对。
I think it's a big possibility that a lot of CN teams from CN League will come to the international tournament because every team now in CN, I think they got got their own strategy and own play styles. They all play really well, and I have to say that I still want to say EDG might be the strongest in CN League.
That's
all.
fair. I think
Thank
we've
you.
been
Next
given any
question
other reason to
from-
think otherwise.
Sorry. Next question from Strafe at Zen.
Hello. Hi, is my mic working? Hi.
Yeah.
Hi. So we recently saw at Africa TV how exhausted you guys were from all the off season and practices that you guys
Hey,
have been
Victor.
playing, and you looked a lot better at kickoff. So how is the team kind of feeling, like the energy level coming into Madrid?
那在之前 ABL 的邀请赛的时候，其实可以看到队伍还是处在一个有点疲
It's a
惫的
great
状态。
question, yeah.
但是我觉得你们的状态回升了
Probably the
非常
question on
多，即使
everybody's
在国内
lips.
的起点赛。那到了现在马德里，我们的我们的大师赛有没有感觉准备的怎么样，或者说状态怎么样？
我觉得我们现在应该是那种身体轻松，浑身有轻松劲吧，对。然后就每一位选手都在保证自己能有100%的状态去迎接下一场我们与 PRX 的对战，所以说拭目以待吧。
I feel like both in the body condition and our mentality is we want to keep it relaxed and we want to make sure that we're gonna take 100% of our own ability when we faced against the PRX.
That's a very political
Thank you very
answer,
much.
isn't it? You couldn't get
Thank you. Next
any
question
more
from
like
Manu Patita.
disappointing as an answer. Sorry, Kung Kung.
Thank you. Hi. Well, this
It
is the
sounded
first
like that
year
to me is
that
like,
China
yeah, we're still
included
feeling
as
it a
a
little bit.
competitive region in game. Have you felt included or welcome to the competitive environment? Like, do you feel the community has been positive about you being on franchise?
那其实今年也是我们 CN 赛区第一
I
次
asked to
就是
try and
做
get
一
in
个
on this because
赛
I'd
事来
love
参加我们的世
to
界
ask
性
Kung
的赛
Kung
事。那你有没
questions.
有感觉到我们这整个五 A 区的一个大家庭的这样一个温暖欢迎，又说是给你一个积极向上的一个
Like, I'd love to tell him my
有吧，其实一直都有吧，
2025 CN
就不
Finals
仅
for
是
Champs thing. Be
这一
like,
次 代表着
Do you think
VCT
that's
出征吧。
possible?
可能从第一次我
They straight
们
done award you?
是外卡赛区出征的时候，我就已经体会到
I
VCT 这个大家庭
I can talk over Kung Kung because
对
it's
我
you
们
know.
的爱了。对，
I
所以
think
说
it's
我觉
more
得
because they fired the majority of
希望这
esports
份爱
people.
能够
They don't have
从
people
别
on
人
deck
延续到我
to
们这
like
里，我
respond to
们
that.
或者
But
以后的人
I
也能够一
asked
直延
like
续下去。
the community
Actually, I
manager
can
for
feel
UK and
this
Logic.
positive environment all the time. Not just this time we came here like represent for CN League. Previous international tournament, we can also feel that even the CN League didn't launch yet at that time. Actually, we feel a lot of love from the Valorant whole family, and we want to pass this passion, pass this love to the teams that maybe later will like enter the VCT. That's all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next
You
question
gotta ask Sluggy,
from
then he gets
Ichiman.
you in. Yeah, but Sluggy's not streaming this either.
Hi, this is Ichiman from Colombia.
No?
I just mostly want to know how you're feeling about the match
Nobody's streaming this
against
as far as I
favorites
know.
and
Yeah,
how
nobody knew
confident
about it.
are
I knew
you
that there would
feeling
be
after
one.
being the winner
But I asked like,
of
do
the
you know what it
China
is?
Cup?
Do you know if I
这
can
个
get
问题想
access?
问
Because
到
in
的
previous
是，
years I've
想问
been
一下
given
我
it.
们再次对决到 PRX 是什么
Sluggy's
样的
man
一
in
个
the
感
camera,
觉，以
yeah.
及说在起点赛当中夺冠会不会给你一种更自信的这种心态呢？
我觉得在起点赛夺冠是我们
Are they actually
的
taking
家
questions
常
in
便
here?
饭了，所以说
Oh.
对于我来说，这个并不会给我造成特别大的信心。但是我觉得只有自身硬才是真道理，所以说
Yeah,
我觉
Kang
得
Kang
这
knows
次我
English. I've heard
们
him
做
talk
好准备
English.
去迎接他们了，
But
所以说
I think he just
我
wants
有
to
很大的
do
信心去拿下这
his
场比赛。
interviews in Chinese, which is Mandarin, which is the same as like
I
everybody
think winning the
else.
kickoff, things like the things we should do, I don't think it will add the extra confidence to us. And mostly for this international tournament when we face against PRX, I feel like we should do our own thing and play our own thing. We have already did our preparation, so I will say that I got the confidence to do that well. That's all.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Next question from Ashim Gosu Gamers.
Hi, Kang Kang. So you guys were absolutely flawless at CN kickoff, but at Masters Madrid, the level is obviously up, and your match is against PRX, which is a more experienced team. So has EDG prepared any differently for Masters Madrid? Are there anything you can like to tell us?
其实EDG 在我们国内的起点赛是
Yeah, I
展
don't
现
want
的
to give
非
it.
常精彩的，算是打得非常非常的好。但是在这次马德里呢，你们又将再次面对到 PRX，那这无疑是更高水准的舞台嘛。那所以说，有没有为这一次的相遇再做一些特别的准备呢？
我觉得还好吧，就我们之前老是被打乱阵脚，所以说我觉得这一次我们彻彻底底的就是挑战者，我们需要挑战他们。对，所以说我们只需要啃下他们这块硬骨头就行了。对，我觉得我们赢下他们才会得到自身的进化吧。
And I feel like nothing. We didn't prepare things like
I'm
especially
follow, am I not?
because I feel like lost to them.
Yeah.
This time when we face against them, we feel like we are
Do
the
that works or not?
challenger, and we want to play our own thing well. Things like we want to solve this kind of like nightmare to us, and we want to solve this problem this time.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you, and best of luck.
Thank you. Next question from NGA.
你好，请问能听到吗？
可以。
好，那请问 ZMJJK 选手，那在国内的联赛看
This
到
is where
你
they're like,
也是有
all these
使
fucking
用包
English speakers
括
are dumb,
KO 和
bro.
零这些
Let me just tell you
非
straight,
决
you have
斗
to
位。
go.
那在马德里大师赛会不会准备更多的特工或者说更多的位置？谢谢。
这个东西肯定不能说，如果有的话肯定也不能说，对吧？因为这个是可能如果真的在赛场上的看见
Don't
的
know
话，
why I'm trying to like
别人会
listen.
觉得这是一个 surprise， 可以打个他
I
们一
does
个
speak
措手不及，
Mandarin.
对吧？所以说这些东西如果有的话不能说，不好意思。
好的，好的，没关系，谢谢。
So the question
That's
is,
thank you,
I
isn't
saw
it?
you use a KO and Sapphire in the kickoff in the kickoff. So if you're gonna bring some new agent and new position in this Master Madrid, and Conquest answers that I can't really say that. Even if we have got a new plane, I can't tell you. It's a secret. You know, if we're really gonna bring something new, you need to bring on the stage
He's
and
like,
shock your opponent.
She's translating this.
Thank you. Are there any questions in the room?
Just said it's a
over
secret,
here
and
by
she's
the back,
gone and told
please.
everybody it's a secret.
Hello, hello, hello,康康。
There's one more question, I think.
Yes. Hello.
At the internet.
Oh, it's him. It's him.
It's him?
I think it's
Yes,
him.
yes.
Oh,
No,
it's
no,
him.
no. There's one more, I think.
Oh, online.
Oh,
Yeah, online. Yeah.
yeah, hello.
Yeah. I'm so sorry about this.
It's pretty good fucking English.
刚刚我就想问一下，这次准备的怎么样了？然后伙食怎么样？去到那边适应不适应？时差
He's
倒过
like,
来没有？
fuck you guys. I only speak the
适应了，
Mandarin
然后时
press
差倒
or
过来
China
了，最
press.
近起来都挺早的，因为拍摄都8点钟起床，所以说大家适应的挺快的。然后我们感觉跟国内的时差都差不多，然后训练准备怎么样？感觉这个你应该懂我的，好吧？
可以，
就
可以，可以，可以。
Yeah, I think he probably said a little bit more in Mandarin,
辛苦
and
了
he
对吧
was just like, "Oh shit, she's gonna translate like
你们辛苦了，你们辛苦了啊！
all the
状态调整
secrets."
好了啊！
啊，包好的。
好的，好的，加油，加油，加油！
And so the question is ask about the preparation for this Master Madrid and ask for Kankan, do you like the food here or are you doing well with the jet lag? And Kankan's answer is that we have done I think we had a rapid adaptation for the jet lag and the food is okay here, but we got up really early every morning for the filming. I kind of like the jet lags feel like just like I was in China, so we just want to try our best and bring out the best of us in the Master Madrid. And that's all.
Hello, Kankan. I want to ask you two questions. The first one is, how do you feel now competing with all Chinese teams differently than when you were competing on Pacific VCT last year? And the second question is, how do you see the growth of VCT China in the next 3 years?
Could you repeat the first question?
Yes. How do you feel competing on with all Chinese teams differently than when you were competing on Pacific with teams from all the region?
你感觉在我们跟我们这些中国的队伍来对决的时候，在跟你之前像跟太平洋赛区啊或者其他赛区的队伍对决的时候有什么不一样吗？
其实感觉大差不差吧，就是大家都是
Was he
那种
asking? I don't know.
狂野但又有细节的那种感觉，就是大家都不畏惧对枪吧，然后也在不畏惧对枪的同
You
时
can't
去
ask
注重
double
很多
barrel
细节嘛，所以说我感
questions
觉
in an
太平洋
interview
赛
like
区跟我们赛
this.
区的风格是差不多的，但是我觉得 CN 赛区的枪法要硬一点，不好意思啊。
那第二个问题想问到的是，你
When
觉
did
得
EGG
在未
compete
来
Pacific?
3
They
年当中，我们
competed
CN 赛区的
in
一个发展有没有什么一个预测
East
或者是说
Asia, like
有几个
LCQ.
想法呢？
因为我觉得，就现在感觉大家其实每个队伍都在往一个正轨上走，然后都有在做一些很积极，然后很正向的一些事情吧，不像以前大家都是摸不着头脑，在原地踏步，不知道该怎么去进步的那个环境了。现在大家都在努力的进步，所以说我觉得3年后可能 VCT、CN 可能是一个极其有竞争力的一个赛区吧。对。
And so for the first question, I wouldn't say that there is too much difference because we all
Hey,
play
Grella.
like really wild and our plays are maybe sometimes chaotic, but we also focus on the details of our game content. And all of us, we are not afraid to like peak with our opponent. And if we compared with the Pacific League, I think the play styles sometimes kind of similar, but I think we are better at aiming. And for the second question, his answer is that I think everyone now in the CN League, we are on the like right track. We found our positive way to know what should we do and what should we do, then we can got our improvements. So maybe 3 years later, I think a CN League will definitely be a much more competitive league than now. And thank you.
Am I being stupid or did they ask my question?
Thank you. Any other questions in the room?
Oh, missed it.
Alan?
Yeah, can you hear me? 康康能听到吗？
能，是的。 好的，
我在外面啊，不好意思，声
Fucking
音不像
Alan's
的同学
mic
好
was fine
啊，就没
earlier.
什么，就是首先跟你打个招
Is
呼。
he in a car
你们
now?
现在就有吃什么当地的食物吗？感觉有什么吃
Fucking
到什么很有
Alan.
意思、很好吃的东西吗？
我
I think
们
EDG
上
has
次
better
吃那
mechanics
个
compared
什
to
么
other teams at Madrid. It depends on the team.
柠
I
檬
think
黄油鞋底那个鱼，那
有
个鸡饭的
感
那个鱼，
感觉还
然后那个
可以是吧？
对，那个还可以，挺好吃的。然后那个鱼是就很有韧性，就没有感觉之前没有吃过那种特别有韧性，然后又是那样做的那种鱼吧？对。
OK，好，然后问题的话，我就想问你一下，就是因为其实你也应该看得到，就是我们其实就除了CN赛区以外的3个赛区，其实在这一次比赛的队伍都有点让人意外吧，多少都有点让人意外。所以就是大家很多人会觉得这次比赛是一个就黑马云集的一个比赛，但是 EDG 反而是在这个时候成为了有点特殊的这个感觉，就是反而是能够维持很稳定的在我们自己赛区的一个统治力。你觉得这个原因是什么，或者说这种区别是什么情况造成的？
就是我们可能是我们从未忘记我们想要什么，想获得什么吧。进入世界赛是每一个选手的目标，可能就像我们的前辈说的，就是可能每一次世界赛或者什么都可能是此生仅有一次的机会，所以说我们会把每一次进入世界赛这种机会
No, I
当
did
做
that. I don't think that was me.
可能这就是我们最后一次那种
That
感
was
觉，
from
所
the
以说我们
stream.
会奋不顾身的去做很多事情。然后我觉得我们团队做的最好的一件事情就是我们5个人是在一条心上的，所以说我感觉我们可以一直走到最后。然后希望这次在马德里大师赛我们也能走到最后吧，因为就像你们所说的，我们感觉我们现在是这些队伍里面的一个 OG 在。就经常来世界赛吧，虽然说不管世界赛名次是怎么样的，但是这次我希望我们能够站在总决赛的舞台上吧，就打好自己的东西，先把自己发挥到最好，就这样吧。
好，好，谢谢，加油，加油。
So the first question he asked the Kankan is that did you have any local traditional food in Madrid? And Kankan's answer is that we eat a fish with butter and lemon, and I never taste like that. The fish is really new for me. I never eat things like that before. And the second question is that I actually came to this tournament for Master Madrid, the list of other league kind of surprising all of us, but EDG kind of like the OG team in this Master Madrid. So, and what do you think the key point to make this different, and what do you think the reason is EDG could be such a stabilize your position in this to came to the Master Madrid? And Kong Kong's answer is that actually I think came to the international tournament is the goal of every team. So kind of like one of my friends have said that came to the international tournament, it's maybe you only got this one shot. You maybe only got this only chance to show yourself on the world stage. So I would like to consider every time as my last time to came to the world stage. So I will try
Wow.
my best and won't save any space for myself. And also for our team, I feel like we're so united and we work as a team. So we want to get the final result as a team, as we 5 people. And also we feel like although we came to the international tournament like almost every time, I don't want to say that we can perform great every time, but we will do our own thing, especially for this time. Maybe we can get to the final. It's our goal. And that's all.
想提问一下康康，就是觉得这次出国打比赛跟之前相比，就是在心态或者其他方面有哪些不太一样的地方？
就是这次再也不怕别人叫我康处了，然后就感觉自己放开了很多，然后感觉自己步枪进步了很多，所以说我想在全世界，就是这个时候我感觉以前就是自己
Very
混
hard
下
to
来
find
大家
times to
都在说
talk
我什么市乙局啊这儿那
doing
儿，
this.
其实
Ryan, have we
突
been
然自
mentioned
己
yet?
放
Why
下
would
这
he be
些重
mentioned,
担，然后
Gorilla?
去
By
重新
Kong
拾
Kong
起
of all
自己，
people.
就是以前没有看的那么重要的东西过后，我就会觉得啊， 其实我就是个 nobody。
They did a Team
所以
Heretics
说
one before.
我
I
需
guess just
要
for Kung
更多
Kung,
更
it's
多的去
just Kung
挑战
Kung
他
because
们，
like
去
his English is the best.
证明我自己。我不仅是狙击枪
We're
打得
playing
好，
EDG so often. Are you
我
doing? Are you
防守也打
scrimming
得
them a
好。
lot?
对。
好的，谢谢。
The question is that is there any different of your
The Team Heretics is
mentality
also just Benji. I
this
swear I
time
saw
when
Boo
this
there too.
time you came to the Madrid compared to the previous international tournament? And the concrete answer is that actually
You gotta
this
give me the
time
scrim
I'm
book,
not afraid
Skrilla.
other people to call me Conchu because I have
Give me the
improved so
scrim
much
books for
about
the
my
Chinese
Wendell.
teams.
I'm not
At
only just
least.
playing with
That's all I care
operator,
about.
although other people sometimes call me like the one of the best operator in the world, but this time I just want to release all of my pressure. I will treat myself as a nobody and I just want to play my own thing and challenge all of other teams. I want to show them not only operator, I can also play Wendell well. That's all.
I haven't played FBX.
Thank you. Last question from YJJ.
Hello，能听到吗？
能听到哥。
康康就是从去年东京大赛到冠军赛，然后其实 EDG 一直都给我们带来了很多惊喜嘛。然后其实作为我们一直在关心你们的这么一群观众吧，就是怎么说呢？就是希望你们可以就是发挥的更好。然后有没有什么话就是对我们这些一直关心你们观众说呢？
就是希望你们不要对我们的期望值太高，你们把我们想成一轮游，那这样我们会给你们带来越来越多的惊喜。对。
其实我是这么认为，就是只要是你们能出国打比赛，就是对我们来说就已经都很开心了。然后就希望你们可以好好发挥，然后不要有太大压力，加油！
对，在与此同时的时候，我们也不会辜负你们的期望吧？对。
行，加油EDG。OK。
And so the question is that since the last year, the Master Tokyo and along the way to the champions, EDG have bring out a lot of surprise to all of the
我
fans
别
who is
搞啊，谁呀？
to all of the fans who is
你麦忘关了。
hearing about EDG. We want you guys to play better and better. So do you have anything you want to say to all of the fans who is always supporting you,
I
supporting
think somebody
EDG?
thought they were
And
muted, but they
Kangkang's
weren't.
answer is that sometimes if you don't like live up the expectation too much, we will bring out more
think Kung Kung's
surprise to you
face.
guys,
He's
and
like-
I won't let you down. And that's all.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
No! Next up, Sadak Munchkin Berlin Magnum. Oh, I'm staying for Berlin. That was a good interview. Oh. You know, sometimes I really wish that Riot didn't lay off the majority of their esports staff. You know? Oh, we got unlucky. We'll see if we'll stay for more. We got Sadak next. I'm not really that into Sadak much. Are they uploading all the press conferences? Why are they not streaming it live onto YouTube as well? That'd be nice to like go back on stuff. Anyway, what were the questions? How far did the Chinese teams make it in Madrid? It's so hard to call. Like, we don't really know how to compare any of the players and teams just because they've been playing in their own, like, vacuums in the 4 regions. You got Swiss stage, which means that it's all completely random past the first series. And a fresh method that there's a lot of adaptation to. With something like Swiss, I think it just comes down to, like, who's got that confidence and who's, you know, getting the most out of practice, who's able to like make adjustments quickly, not in comps, but just how they add certain things to their default, how they improve certain aspects of their play. That's all it comes down to. You look at like teams like Optic when they were good, certainly with Ye on the chamber, The reason why Optic was so good on those kind of maps is because they kept adding small little things, little like changes of where they put their utility, where they actually put their players on attack. And they adapt really nicely to where there's mistakes, either where there's areas of the map that they're not very good at contesting, or areas of the map that they don't contest at all and it gets exploited. Optic were really good at finding those gaps and changing the default, so it's never really the same. And so it just progressively got better or changed enough that it threw off teams from like going, oh, if you play Optic on Bind, you can push short because they don't fight it. The next time you play them, they're like augmenting that area of the map. What press con do you want to watch and scroll back to? I don't think any really. The only ones I was more interested in was like Berlin. I guess Munchkin would be a really good one too. I think we missed Devi. Devi was meant to be one. Or Mind Freak. No. Was it Forsaken? Did we miss that one? People are waiting for it. It's Forsaken, okay. I think because the camera was zooming in onto Devi when I joined. But I think they were doing a one-on-one interview like on the corner. Which is a little bit like confusing, I suppose. Because they've not really done it like this before. But I guess whilst we're waiting for Sadak, and honestly, I don't mind not watching Sadak. I hope Valor 2 Asia doesn't mind me just taking their stream and streaming over it. But like,
We
fucking
trialed a
usually
lot
we
of
get invited to
players.
this.
We were probably the first team out of any team in Europe to do our trials. And so we got basically our pick of players. And we got celebrate.
Red social. Yeah, this is confusing. It's like being in a fucking Starbucks, this.
There. And the
matches and
last meta more because it was more like Amy, so to say, but like maybe like game.
Heckin' love
I would just say like
when does he come in?
Yes. All right, great. We're gonna get started.
It's like they're at a fucking telecom center. Like Benji and Kaplan are like trying to get donations. Hello, I am calling to ask you to please buy our classic skin. They just do it like
Hey
telecom
everyone,
services.
welcome to the Scrum session. We are joined by TenZ from Sentinels. If you have a question for him, please use the Zoom hand raise feature.
Do you think it's disrespectful to traditional sports athletes to call sports players athletes or e-athletes? I think if you're an athlete and you care that esports players are also called athletes, you're a dumbass and you should be probably focusing on more important things.
Or queue up in the room by the microphone. First question goes to Alan.
Hi, TenZ. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hello.
Okay, hello. So first, congrats to going to Master Madrid, and I think it's really been a long time since last time you joined into an international event. So you have been like really the ancient. I can say OG in this game, right? So what is your?
How would you not be able to say OG, Alan? Because of the org? I like that he comes in and basically calls TenZ old.
Secrets in keeping your motivation through all the times, through all the years, and maybe through different titles.
Yeah, I would just say like competing is fun, and being able to compete is definitely a joy. Like there's definitely like something that pulls me towards the competitive scene in any game I play. So I would say that's kind of like what keeps me motivated.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question goes to Brandon Esports GG.
Thank you very much. How's it going, TenZ?
Hello.
My question, kind of also about your longevity in the game, you know, being a winner at the very first international tournament coming into this one. We've seen kind of how you've changed as a player, how you've switched roles, how you've evolved. So I would just like to ask you your thoughts on the evolution of Valorant as a whole, you know, as a game, as a scene, you know, as a competitive, you know, video game basically from that first tournament to now. You know, what are your thoughts on how it's changed, and if it's been for the better? Just really anything you have to say on that.
Yeah, so looking at the state of like the current meta slash game compared to before. I think before it was a lot more like chaotic. It was a lot more like people figuring out what was going on, and because of that, it was a lot more, I would say, like duelist dominated, because people didn't really know how to like min-max the abilities and such. Whereas in today's Valorant, I feel like it's very like ability based, and a lot of the time, it's like people understand how to use like the ultimates better and stuff like that. So I think overall, like it has developed a lot. And I mean, person to person, like some people might enjoy like the past meta more because it was more like aimy, so to say, but like maybe more people, like some people could also like the current meta because it's like ability based, where like they can use their creativity to come up with ways to do stuff.
Especially in this meta, like Yoru and stuff.
Thank you. Next question from Nerditude.
Let's get that zoom in.
Hi, TenZ. With VCT America's kickoff concluded, we have seen through stats that you have the highest entry rate out of any other controller in the region. How have you managed to turn an agent like Omen into an entry factor in important games?
I would say that's just me as a player. I'm very aggressive, so no matter what you put me on, especially if I can play towards my comforts, I will always find a way to take first engagements, no matter what, really. But it's also thanks to like Sentinels, like the whole team that backs me. I'm able to play the way I do now because of the way they support me.
Okay. Sideshow's like in the back,
Thank
just
you. Next
hiding.
question from Manu Patito.
He's just there, like.
Hi, TenZ.
I have a quick question, TenZ.
Like my colleague said, we have been able to see you perform very, very well with Omen in the past matches and since last year. So my question is, what do you think is Omen's strength in comparison to the other controllers that are in game that things works well with your game style?
TP
So
in the
looking at
flash,
Omen
surely.
as a character or as an agent, you get a lot more like smokes thrown around. Also, the strengths of being able to one-way specific areas to control it, similar to what I did with Jet before, where I'd throw like smokes to one-way areas to hold down an area. Like before, Jet smokes used to be like you could do 21 seconds of like a one-way because there were 7 seconds each. But that's definitely one of the strengths. Another strength, his TP. I use his TP instinctively to either take a timing on where I see a gap from where we see info of where the enemy team is playing, but then also you can use the TP to also scale with your teammates. So for example, you can use a jet smoke, like Zach will dash into the sites with a jet smoke and I'll also TP into it. So we have 2 scalers. On top of that, having the paranoia, you can use it to multiple ways. You can use it to set up yourself, set up your teammates. You can use it to stall a site rush or use it to exec a site. If you know someone's trapped in a corner, you can get a free kill like that. So there's a lot of creative ways you can use the flash there. And the ult is, it has some niche situations that's really good in.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next question from Ashim Gosu Gamers.
Hi, TenZ.
Hello.
So at America's kickoff, despite initial hurdles, Sentinels showcased their position and were the winners. So my question is, what was different this year that was missing?
Sorry, there's a drilling happening again, like banging.
Is there
I'm a little bit. So I'm missing a meeting right now, which I kind of want to do. But I don't know if it's worthwhile just watching these after the meeting is done. Why isn't it loading anymore? I mean, it should do. I mean, I paused it. I paused this one, and now we're in this one, like live. So I wanted to see if the SADC interview was. The only issue is I want to be part of the live interview when Berlin is on. Like, I'd fucking love to ask Berlin loads of questions. First one would be, are you trying to play like Angel because you look like you're trying to play like Angel? But also, like, adding life into the team and stuff like that. but I don't know. Like, it's not a mandatory meeting, but I'd like to be a part of it because I can be. So I'm a little bit like, I don't. So what order is it? Sorry, Sadak, Munchkin, Berlin. I'd like to be there for Munchkin, but I don't mind not being. Surely, because the meeting is like ends in an hour. What I might do, which is kind of fucking cheeky, I might call a stream now. To go do this meeting. As soon as Berlin comes on the media day, I'm gonna be like, gotta go, guys. Sorry. Because either like it finishes at 1, which, you know, this has already been a fairly long break between people, so maybe there's that. And then after that, we can go through the VODs for like Munchkin and finish with TenZ and Benji. Like, we could go through the VODs for like the rest of the day. We could just scrap watching the Sentinel stuff. Because that was the initial plan. So I think that's what I'll do, just so I like show face. So I'll raid this channel so people can like actually keep watching along and you can tell me if there's any interesting answers. But I will be keeping an eye on it, and when Berlin comes back, I'll start streaming again. Okay? Because I just jumped on stream now, analyze their body language and see if they're lying. Maybe. Also, some of these, like, especially with like Munchkin if they're translating for Korean, and maybe with Sadak if they're translating Portuguese. Like, I feel like for Kunkung we got like 3 questions because there was just so much translating back and forth that we didn't really get too much. I'd like to rewatch it as well because I think I missed the start of it. So that's what we're gonna do. You can join the Discord, which will give you a notification when I go live again. Undo raid, yeah. So we'll do that. I'll be back in like an hour, basically. But I want to jump in this meeting and we'll go and watch along with Berlin live. And then we'll go rewatch TenZ, Forsaken, Munchkin, Kang, I guess, Benji. Like, we'll go through them all just quickly. Yeah, I won't be long. I just got to go for a bit. But yeah, bye. I'm sure somebody will ask about that comp probably 400 times. Bye.